I'm John Jewell. I sit on the Board of Supervisors representing Back Creek District, and I've been in the community. We've lived here for over 28 years, just been active members, Susan and John Jewell.
Yeah.
Running around, doing what we're supposed to do.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And you're a big supporter of the Rescue Mission,
Absolutely.
and I thank you so much for that. It really, I mean, you are showing up consistently at our events. You are advocating for us and those whom we have the privilege of serving. So I genuinely
And
thank you
Susan
for that.
and I really appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
We were talking last night about this, and people need to understand there are a lot of folks that are hurting out there,
Mm-hmm.
and we need you. We appreciate you. We appreciate all that you all do for this community.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I will say, and I haven't mentioned this before, but my staff is an incredible team of staff. I know I saw you working with them.
Absolutely.
So, the Rescue Mission staff is just absolutely rock star.
Yes, and the things that you do to help in the community, to help raise the awareness and help with the funding and everything, I just think it's marvelous. I really do.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I mean, we were doing this long before we headed up on the board. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
one of the things, and you're in Frederick County, and one of the things that in fact, earlier today, I was kind of talking about it, is Winchester City, Frederick County, this region has really experienced a lot of growth, especially in the last 2 years.
That's
I mean,
right.
we've been one of the fastest, if not the fastest, kind of growing region in our state. And so what kinds of things are you seeing, and how are you in your role helping to, address those needs as we continue to expand, looking at all of the population, kind of on a socioeconomic like on a socioeconomic scale, if that makes sense.
So if you look at Walden Cooper, we are technically the fastest growing area in the state, metropolitan wise, with Winchester and with Frederick County. And I was just talking to my friend there from Winchester City. We were talking about, I was down in Richmond last week, meeting with different delegates and senators, focused on the infrastructure. What can we do to improve things? What can we do to make it better for the community here, right? And as we're talking to the different groups that are coming in, how can we grow business here? Bringing in business is going to bring in jobs. It's going to help the population. It's help our community. That's where the focus needs to be, right? The houses have been committed. We know in Frederick County we've got over 5,000 lots prepared, ready to go. They've been approved. They're going to happen sooner or later. How do we help get business in here to help those that we can that can get these good paying jobs so they can live here and afford to live here?
Yeah.
Right. Affordability is a huge issue. So that's what we're working on.
And maybe this is a difficult question, but what role does the county, if any, have a role to play in like the cost of living, in affordability? What kinds of things? Because I feel like that's a good complaint or a concern that we all have. How is cost of living affected, and what are the things that we
one of the things we have going on right now, we're in the middle of the budget season, and actually we're going to be discussing the budget tonight. We've got an all-day event happening on Friday. What do we set the rate for property tax and for real estate tax, right? And how much can we bring it down and be able to afford for folks? So that is our mission right now. Where can we set that price point where we can still maintain what we need to be able to do, but help folks so they can afford to keep what they have? That's one of the things we can do for cost of living.
Love it. Yep, that's good.
So,
and what is your favorite? You said that you've been in this community for years and years. What is your favorite thing about this area, Winchester, Frederick County?
It's funny you'd say that. I went to the event yesterday for Top of Virginia, and I was listening to the new chairwoman talk. What she said is exactly right. How you're welcomed in this community. We have loved being in this community and how much we've been embraced with this community. And I just think that's why it's just a lovely place to live with a wonderful group of people, and it's just acceptance.
Yeah, right? I would agree 100%. I'm originally from the Richmond, Virginia area. I came up here to go to school at Shenandoah, and I thought I would be off in Central or South America by now doing missionary work. But I mean, really, I feel like God put a calling on my life to be here, to be a local missionary. And my goodness, do I love it. Like, I love the northern Shenandoah Valley, the Blue Ridge Mountains. I love it. I love the quaintness and the hospitality of the city and of the county. I really do feel welcomed
We're right
and
there with you.
encouraged.
We're originally from Prince George County,
Oh,
Maryland.
okay.
My wife and I both grew up there, and my mom, my mother-in-law, who's my mom, and we all came here, and this is where my kids grew up.
Yep.
And it's like I would tell everybody, my kids are in Mayberry RFD with the kindest, sweetest people in the world.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I have a 5-year-old little guy. He just started kindergarten. He goes to Corals. In fact, he'll be coming here in just a little while. And like I'm just so proud to say that I've raised my son in Winchester. And I love it, and I look forward to many more years raising him here. Well,
all right, I'm gonna hand off to the next.
all right, I appreciate it. Good to see you. Yes, sir.